Hey there, neighbors. It's Nicole Fetter, your local Arizona Realtor. Today, we are going to talk about the NAR Lawsuit, the National Association of Realtors lawsuit. You may or may not have heard of this lawsuit. It is, however, going to affect all buyers and sellers moving forward. The changes do take place August 17th. Today, we are going to go over what the changes will be, how I think they will affect the process, and afterwards, for those interested, we will go over the lawsuit and the nitty-gritty if you are interested. In the past, realtor commissions for both the buying and selling agent were paid for traditionally by the seller. 99% of the cases, it didn't have to be the case. Realtor fees have always been negotiable, but usually the seller paid for both buying and selling agent. Those commissions were listed in the MLS where realtors go to find their clients' homes. This led to some realtors being unwilling to show homes that were paying less commissions. As of August 17th, that will change. They will no longer be allowed to list commissions in the MLS. Everybody is going to be responsible for paying their own individual agent, meaning sellers are no longer going to pay for both buying and selling agents. They can, but they will not be required to. Now, the good of the old system was that first-time home buyers could get into a home for a little less. They didn't have to come up with the commission for a buyer's agent. They only had to come up with their down payment and their closing costs. For sellers that were looking to buy and sell, it was somewhat of a wash. They got to help a buyer out, got more buyers into their property, and they paid both sides on the sell side, but they didn't pay anything on the buy side. As for now, what's going to happen is you will be able to negotiate that ahead of time, but you're probably most likely going to be selling a buyer-broker agreement with your agent if you're buying a house, saying you will pay them the commission if the seller will not. This is going to lead to sellers paying less money if they're not buying a house on the other side. Buyers, especially first-time home buyers, are going to have a harder time because they're going to have to come up with more money to buy a home. Now, we'll have to wait and see if this lowers commissions or not. Some people are saying it's going to. We will wait and see, find out about that. If you are interested in finding out how it's going to affect you personally, give me a call. For those of you interested in the lawsuit, let's talk about a little bit of what happened. The lawsuit, in February of 2024, some Missouri individuals got together and filed a class action lawsuit where they sued NAR and some of the bigger brokerages. What was stated is because the seller traditionally pays both buying and selling agent, and it's listed in the MLS as the commission that's being paid the buyer's agent, there was tying going on. The selling agent the seller was dictating how much both agents were going to make, again, leading to some agents not being willing to show homes. There actually was a study done that said if someone was willing to pay less than 2.5%, their house was less likely to sell. So they're saying you are being forced to pay more money in commissions to sell your house. It is true that 90% of all buying and selling transactions here in the United States of homes goes on through the multiple listing system. So they did win the lawsuit. I believe it was $1.18 million, but there was a settlement somewhere around $450 million that the NAR agreed to pay out to individuals. More importantly than that, the changes we spoke about. You are no longer going to be paying, as a seller, both agents. Each individual buyer and seller will be required to get their own representation, and there will be no commissions listed in the MLS. Will this reduce the cost of commissions? I don't know. We'll see in the future, but that is what happened. The lawsuit was won. There is major changes going to happen. Any further questions, call, text, email, direct message me. I can answer any questions. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Please email it or share it with your friends and family. Help continue to educate them on the home buying and selling process. And remember,
go better with Fetter. You'll love her forever. She'll get you a home too.